I'm waiting for my poor old computer to catch up and so that I can see what you're seeing on the live. Hi there. My plan is to go live twice a week during the month of September. I'm sharing with you what's coming up because we've got some crazy awesome things coming up, and I'm just going to put them out a little bit at a time right now. So first of all, we've got Be a Santa coming up. We're going to start earlier with Be a Santa. So many of you have been supportive of Be a Santa for so long, and I hope you understand how remarkable that is. We've been crowdsourcing since before crowdsourcing was a thing, way before. It's like our 27th or 28th year or something like that. That's how crazy it is. So we're going to start a little earlier this year because COVID has hit everyone so hard. Um, and I know we're still gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great, and you'll be seeing more on this page about that. So please like the page. What I mean by that is you actually go click like, not on the post, which is always great. Clicking like on the post is great, but on the page you will then have notification when we're live. You'll get more you'll see more of our stuff in your feed when we're posting new stuff. And the reason that's important for me is because it builds up the number of likes on the page, which then kicks in a Facebook algorithm, which starts to show my stuff more, especially this time of year when we're trying to raise money for Be a Santa for the Penny Lane kids. That becomes super important. So liking the page isn't going to get you spammed or anything like that. It's just going to help us. Your sharing my posts helps too, tremendously. Lots of shares. Just keep sharing. Share it on your page. You don't even have to make a comment on it. You know, if you don't want to, just share it. That all helps the Facebook algorithm to share our page more organically, right? I really, really appreciate it. So those are two things I wanted to mention to you. I'm going to go. I have my end of the year calendar, and what I'm doing is I'm going to be sharing some emails with you on how to flow into the end of this year, through the fall, into the holidays, and just make everything rock. Make it the best it can be. This is kind of a powerful time of year, the fall. The fall is rejuvenating. It's renewing. We have a couple of solstices coming up. That we have the fall solstice, that very interesting kind of spooky time around Halloween, and then we have the winter solstice in December, and they're both really beautiful, powerful, regenerating times. So I want to sort of get you going into that mode and feeling like we can shed the depression, the fear, the just the feeling so depressed and down. Let's start to shed that and come out of that and relax and feel into a better ending of 2020. So I'm going to have those emails going out, and if you haven't yet, please sign up, and there's a box on the page. Please sign up for the emails. Again, I don't spam you. I just send you my emails. And I don't do a lot of them. As you guys know, who've been on the list, you might get a flurry of them when there's an event going on. That's cool, and then it goes away again. So I only touch base when I have something to say and I have something to share. And I hope you trust me to know that it's really coming from my heart. It's all good stuff. If you don't want to read it, just delete it. It's no big deal, you know. But I hope you do. All right, so new emails coming out. Oh, we've got a B5 event coming up. We will be announcing that in this next week. I just need to get a little more organized before we do, but I'm super excited about it. Two amazing actors are going to join us, not from Babylon 5. This is from another show I was on. This is part of my vision, is that I have people on from all different shows. So if you want to know about that, be sure you're on the email list, because that's the way you're going to find out first. All right. We have a new thing, two new things coming up. One isn't ready to share with you yet, but it will be by the end of this month. The other is the Patreon account I was talking to you about on Tuesday, we are frighteningly close to launching a Patreon page. And what this is going to be is a way for us to offset all the costs from everything that I'm doing to try to get this new stuff started up. I'm seriously into anywhere between 1,000, 2,000, maybe more dollars a month in just the apps that we're using to build these platforms. Most of the content is free. So, you know, I think a Patreon account could be really fun because I would love to be able to do all kinds of fun stuff just for people who are really into supporting us and want to see what we're doing and want to know what's going on behind the scenes and want to see some exclusive content. I've got tons of that for you. I'm like thrilled to have a community that's interested in chatting about all these things. So that's coming up. And then the last thing I want to do is just read a little bit more from my book, Pleasure Thresholds. I had started, here's Pleasure Thresholds. So the deal is with this, and I don't know how many of you have written books. I know more and more of us these days are writing our own books. There's ways to do it where what I wanted to do is be able to write to re-release this book with an autograph in it, with a note from me in it, and I put a postcard in or a collectible thing that's I've got a ton of right now. I want to give them away. So by delivering these from my house, there's the back cover. I can control what goes in them. And if you were just to order it off Amazon, of course you get none of that. So since I'm home and in lockdown, why not? Why not do this? Why not release this from my house and sign them all and make sure that you get this book in your hot little hands. So it's a memoir of a period of 5 years where I was shooting Babylon 5, but also shooting Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Jurassic Park. I was doing all these other shows. I just didn't stop because you don't. That's what you need to do. I was doing all the stunt jobs and I was also acting. So I got to do a little bit of the best of both. And when I was writing the book, the book is full of my personal photographs. Excuse the noise. It's just full of photographs of my contracts, of my scripts. So you see talk about behind the scenes, man. The good, bad, and the ugly. Most of it's good, but there were some times that it was really shitty. It was hard. We all go through that. What is that like for an actor and a stunt person? Well, you're going to find out. So I've re-released the book, and it's on Amazon, but it says the book is $250 on Amazon. I set it at the highest price because I don't want you buying it through Amazon. I want you to buy it from me. And it's available at questretreats.com. If you go to questretreats.com, there's a page that just says Pleasure Thresholds, and you can order it there. Or you can go to our store at b5events.com. So, hi, Don from Texas. Howdy. Stay well, pal. So I started reading something from the forward, the updated forward that I wrote in 2020 for the 2020 edition. So, I want to see where I left off here. I was talking about yesterday. On Tuesday. I was talking about how about transformational travel, and I had a nervous breakdown in the earlier part of around 2012, something like that. I had a real breakdown. I now like to call it a breakthrough because boy. That's what those kind of events can do. Just crack you wide open, and you can either rebuild back into the person you were, or you can start to recreate yourself. And guess what I chose to do? So in recreating myself, how do you do that? It is not easy. But there's something, it's beyond hopeful or thrilling or exciting or any of those words. It's beyond that. It's a very mysterious process. And last night I was talking to my spiritual group, my book club group, and I was saying it's like I'm walking across this bridge, but I can't see the bridge at all, and I'm over this enormous chasm, just this enormous Grand Canyon beneath my feet, and I can't see the road I'm on. That's what it feels like. And it feels like that all the time. It doesn't get any easier. You just start to have faith in yourself. And that's what I'm doing now, is building faith in myself. So I will share that with you in my behind the scenes group. Edinburgh, Scotland. Oh, we were just there. I ended up in lockdown in Scotland. Wow, what a beautiful place. All right, so this is a little bit into the introduction already. I want to bring the possibility of life-altering insights into the range of everyone who could benefit from the experience, which includes, well, everyone. My tribe are nerds like me, maybe like you. One of my mutant powers is creating events that delight people. I love taking care of folks, empowering them, a delicate balance. My business, Quest Retreats, is the result of those big, scary leaps I've taken while on the road unknown, spiritually and physically. Meanwhile, this book went out of print and I didn't want to re-release it. That was curious. Jason Davis, my editor, and I talked about it in 2016 and then again in 2017. He was busy with Harlan Ellison and I was happy to let it go. It took my designer, Kirk Lamb, to give me a nudge, then a gentle kick, and finally a much bigger one, for me to be willing to look at my reluctance. This book is really personal. And it's reflecting a time previous to much of the healing I've experienced. It hurts to remember those times. It is also cathartic, and it helped me to remember what I accomplished as well as the stumbles and falls. I'm writing another book that directly addresses what I'm talking about there. I thought I would focus on that, but that book, too, has been stalled in procrastination town. In going over this little scrapbook, I found some unhealed pain under the scars. My fear dragon was trying to protect me, keep me safe in my cave. Intellectually, I know we are never done growing and healing. Emotionally, I have an incredible ability to avoid discomfort, that fear of the unknown, and won't be aware of it unless I force myself. Jason and Kirk have gently. That's why this is challenging. We all have times where we need to face ourselves honestly with courage and admit to faults. It's part of growing, of being emotionally mature, and for reaching our dreams. Now I see that this little book is a part one. I had thought it was separate from my next as yet untitled book. It's the start. Good. Pleasure Thresholds is showing the way. So, yeah, and then there's a foreword by Joe Straczynski. And then I go into the meat of the book. And I hope that if you're interested, you will pop over to the b5events.com store. How about that? That's an easy one to remember. And there's other products in there from my B5 family. We also have Billy let go of his book, his Babylon 5 at 20, I believe it's called. And it's been autographed by everybody. So he's letting go of that, and I've let go of a massive autograph photo that I have. It's 26 autographs on it. And yeah, so there's some fun stuff in there too. I hope you guys are doing really, really well. I know this is a crazy time, and from Bulgaria, Irina, wow. Fall equinox, thanks, Andy. That's so awesome. I really appreciate it. Oh, and Eduardo from Italia, Northern Ireland. This is so amazing, guys, isn't it? Look at this. We're from all over the world here. Oh my gosh, this is so great. This is so great. The dead body I was playing was that Castle, maybe? But I also had acting scenes in that. Hi, Regine. Barcelona. Oh, this is so great. I'll go through most of this later. It's called Pleasure Thresholds, Alex. And B5 Events, thank you. Thanks, Alex. From Hungary, San Francisco. Oh my gosh. Okay, great. Thanks, Simon, for posting the link. You're the best. I really appreciate it. And Scotland again. Yeah, I can imagine that is really, really hard. Good to see you guys. I really appreciate all the notes from Iraq. Oh, that's so amazing. Well, you will, Simon. They'll all come autographed because I'm delivering them from my own home, and that's one of the things I really wanted to be able to give you guys. You know. So thanks for your order, Simon. I really appreciate it, and let me know what you think. People have been posting reviews on Amazon, and I'm very, very grateful. Hi, Yasmin from Germany. um, and I think you guys are very, very generous. And I believe me, I know that. I see that. Hi from Nashville. Not exotic, but you know, it's a big country. So Nashville, Tennessee is like a whole other country. If you're in Europe, that is like a whole other country. It's like 3,000 miles away. Hi, Jan. Hi. Finland. Thanks, Yari. Wow, I love this. We are an international community and we can support each other. So that's what I'm trying to find a way to do that's not on Facebook. That's why I think the Patreon page is going to be helpful. And this other platform we're building could be helpful. So stay in touch and watch what we're doing. Arkansas, you know, Canada. Hi, Rick. Oh, yeah, so close. um, and I will be going live, like I said, a couple times a week for the rest of the month on Mondays and Thursdays. I wish I could commit. Hey, also Iraq. I have some Iraqi neighbors. Dunbar, Scotland. Awesome. We are a small world. No, we really, really are. And we need to take care of each other. It's hard because we have such differences of opinion, but we need to get a little more civil with each other, right? We need to open our hearts and just relax. It's really the only way we're going to get through this in one piece. It's tough. I know it. I know it's tough. But we've got to believe we can do it. We've got to believe we can do this. We have to take care of each other. Stand it all down. Calm it the fuck down, right? Oh my God. All right. I'll have more for you later. Live Mondays and Thursdays is what I'm looking and doing. And it's usually late morning our time here in California that I get the morning stuff done, and then I can get live with you. But I will try to get a little more dialed in on the time in case you feel like really being present when we're live. And if you want me to keep reading from the book, I'm happy to do that. I don't want to do stuff you don't want to do. Okay. Sign up for the newsletter. You'll be glad you did. Great stuff's coming. Be well. Have a great weekend.